contestants, please back to the hall by 6 o'clock. We will hold the award ceremony right after the next keynote, okay? And now let's talk about funding. Funding is one of the most important issues for startups. And next, our guest speaker, Cherilyn. She is the manager of Taipei Exchange. Let's welcome Cherilyn. Miss Lin, thank you. She is going to talk about how to help funding small and medium-sized enterprise. Let's welcome Miss Lin.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cherilyn from Taipei Exchange. It's my pleasure to attend the Idea Show today. SME play an important role in the economic development. So how to support them to raise funds or increase their competition is a big lesson for us. We have been dedicated to help them to access to capital market for decades. Here, I'd like to introduce how we help them to raise funds and hope you can utilize the platform to realize your idea. First, I'd like to briefly introduce some important facts of SME, and then I'll walk you through the capital market structure and some capital market boost policies enacted recently, such as GSABOR, equity crowdfunding, and the GoFunding loan. As you can see in the slide, SME with paid-in capital less than $1.6 million account for over 80% of the total corporation and account for 78% of the total workforce. They play a pivotal role in the economy. So we are putting a lot of effort to foster them. The slide shows the SME traditional financial venues. But for most SME, they face a lot of challenges regarding these venues. For example, without good creditworthiness, it's hard to get good interest conditions from the banks. Due to their company size, financial deficit, or short of transparent information disclosure, SME have difficulties in accessing to VC and the capital market. Even the government grants the help, but still cannot fill the gap. Okay. Besides the difficulties in fundraising just mentioned, SME also face many other challenges to grow, such as lack of corporate governance, internal control, and own brand. These needs are usually different from larger companies. Because capital market only help SME if it offers solutions that match their needs. So we build up multi-tiered funding channels to meet their needs at different stages, and also set up some mechanism to help them grow from the inside out. The slide shows the multi-tiered financial channels. We offer member for listing, emerging stock board for pre-listing preparation, GSABOR and equity crowdfunding for small and micro enterprises, GoFunding loan for helping individuals and micro enterprises with creative thinking to develop ideas and thrive. Except for the company's listing on member and registering on emerging stock board. The rest companies are not public companies. And most of them have the problem we mentioned in the previous slide. As just mentioned, SME with paid-in capital less than $1.6 million account for over 80% of the total corporation. Among them, there are many small innovative companies with creative ideas and great potential. However, they may face difficulties in capital raising due to their company size or short of proper assistance. So they are unable to build up their own brand and the internal control system. In order to help them solve the problems, we set up GISA board. The idea of GISA is reference to Jobs Act IPO exemption and crowdfunding regulations to encourage emerging growth companies. GISA is designed for small, non-public, innovative companies with creative ideas and to offer free integrative counseling and capital raising functions, but not trading functions, to help them acquire needed capital and to grow. The free counseling mechanism includes services of financial, accounting, internal control, marketing, regulation, and corporate governance. It not only helps the company to grow, but also paves the way for future economic and industrial development. To protect investors, the retail investors' total annual investment is limited to $4.5 thousand. In order to remind the retail investors of the risks involved, they have to sign a risk statement before investing. But we do not set up any investing cap for the professional investors. The fourth chart breaks down the GISA applying processes step by step. It can be separated into two parts by the company's first capital raising and registering on GISA. We provide up to 2 and 3 years counseling services prior to and after registering on GISA, respectively. GISA have some pros for SME, such as, first, to enter capital market, companies have to apply for public offering, and the procedures include having audited financial report, establish internal control system, and obtaining audited internal control system report. The requirement may cause a burden to small innovative companies. However, it's no need to apply for public offering before registering on GISA. Second, GISA provides free integrative counseling services, and the company can raise capital at low cost from GISA. Third, after their registering on GISA, companies are able to enlarge operating scale and enhance the visibility, which in turn will make it easier to broaden sales channels, increase competition, recruit good talent, create shared value, and increase coherence. Here, we can see the accomplishment of GISA. At the end of January 2016, the total 83 companies registering on GISA have raised capital approximately $6.5 million. In addition, GISA mechanism has helped 3 GISA companies transfer to public company. One of them even successfully listed on our member on December 29, 2015, and one of them registered on our emerging stock board on September 20, 2015. That's the example on how government policy is doing the heavy lifting on companies' growth. GISA companies are in diversified industries, especially like culture and creative, agriculture, forestry, fishing and livestock, and the social enterprise. These industries are not prevalent in traditional capital market. As of the end of May 2016, there are total 209 GISA applicants, and 88 of them have been cancelled. 87 of them have registered on GISA board. Besides GISA, we announced the launch of equity crowdfunding platform in April 2015 to further widen financial channels for SME. The platform is operated by accredited securities firms with paid-in capital above $1.5 million. And we encourage the company with paid-in capital less than $9,000 to utilize the platform to raise needed capital. In order to protect the investors, we also set up the investors' investing cap and the issuers' offering cap through the equity crowdfunding platform. In recent years, crowdfunding websites in the US have provided a way for innovators to publish their ideas and seek support from the public to transform their dreams into reality. Therefore, besides equity crowdfunding, we also set up donation and reward-based crowdfunding, GoFunding Run, in August 2013. We do not run the crowdfunding website directly, but associate with the private entities to discuss the funding projects on their crowdfunding website and on our GoFunding Run simultaneously. The mechanism helps to increase the visibility of the funding projects. We also perform moderate management of the platform operator. For example, we review the rationality of the funding projects before disclosing, and we monitor the fund transferring processes and the project execution. The mechanism helps to increase the credibility of the funding operator. We have a multifunctional and multi-level capital market for SME. GoFunding Run encourage innovation to form business. GSABO and equity crowdfunding foster business to establish companies. Emerging Stock Board assists companies to become enterprises, and the member-facing enterprises development to build up industries. We have continuously made great effort in developing and promoting market for SME funding. With our accumulated pressure experience, we believe that SME can be further supported and turn into the main driver of the capital market progress and economic growth. That concludes my presentation today. Thanks for listening.